a list of 12 ways we burn, including, but not limited to, hearsay, misdirection, disinformation, and truth. One way we burn is by harnessing the awesome power of shame, whose flame we stoke with continued attempts at explanation for our existence. Each new word of reason is yet more kindling, more dry, crisp tinder to the match. A second way is loose. It's the Gregory Hines of approaches to immolation. All grace and flight, downplayed precision, gentle arrogance and style. What can and cannot be extinguished is still a matter for meter, for tone, tempo, and the acoustics of desired spaces. The third is economic. You are economic. Look at your economic hands. Spread your economic fingers and place your widely spread economic fingers against this economic book. Do you feel it? You feel it burn? Both pleasure and pain hyperpolarize neurons by opening a potassium channel. I watched the potassium channel all night long, hoping to fire my own neurons, to little effect. A fourth way we burn is reminiscent of a sunrise. So many years ago, when paper daisies, so very vulnerable to the tongues of fire, listed beneath the weight of morning dew, leaning perilously close to the earth, eavesdropping on the creatures that live below the soil, eavesdropping on the soil. Transpiration is the physical exhalation of flora, the contribution a flower or bush or house plant or tree makes to the endless liquid communication in which our planet engages. And so this next way concerns the water trade. Mizu shobai, that ancient Edo euphemism for work in the fluid positions of geisha, barkeep, cabaret performer, walker beneath burning trees. We cannot understand fire without understanding water and the floating, drinking chants of the water trade is the fifth way we burn. The sixth is how I have moved onto this plane, how I've come to be here in the here and then of always recognizing space, always reorganizing the space of emergent properties to align with what burns now. What burns now, and again now, the shifty, wily now, squirming ever out of reach. Because of luck, these 7 books, piled higher than a house aflame with insurrection, lighting and warming the small village, sit indicted. You, I know, feel the weight of these worthy tomes, the import of their transmissions, the stasis and permanence implied by their ubiquity. burn, you haughty volumes, so that we can, with your ash, make a soap to cleanse the consciousness of all what's come so far. Start again. Shiva and Vajeda and Beerus and Sion and every god of destruction crammed into the Dragon Ball multiverse, waiting to wreak their graphic havoc and deliver us from evil. The eighth way we burn is through the compassion one being extends to the nether, the heat of such transference. The compassion a zinnia extends to a bee, a breeze extends to a bird, a water molecule to its kin, constructing oceans with the heat of this compassion. Holy are the days exhaustion consoles fire with its soft, weary arms. Holy this ninth way, and we are all still held in the grip of want. Want is burning. Like Dante, all political backbiting, insinuation, and midlife crises. This ninth way concerns itself with words like lapping and leaping, is arrogant and sacrificial. The 10th is with pomposity and Wall Street and class signaling language usage. The 10th way is Helmut Newton, Helmut Lang, Isaac Newton, all judgment and biography, two-piece jumpers with satin linings and tapered ankles, circles of implication choreographing oxygen. The 11th, more muted, more tender. Listen carefully to its gentle crackling, a twin of mystic proportion. Two identical symbols rubbing up against each other, like memories, the false and true memories of our histories, using friction and reflection to ignite the faulty belief systems of all our cultures, folding like so much origami into possibility after possibility. And you, dear you, on the other side of all these words, you are the 12th way we burn. We burn through the all of us creating and destroying stories, building and burning, recitating and renouncing, binding and borrowing. All the tales we tell ourselves and all the tales we forget spark the here and now ablaze, usurp the happening and future with contemplation of. Thank you.
Wow.